Thank you so very much, and howdy, friends. Gee, it's great to be back at Town Hall Party with you once again. This is like coming home. I've already met about 3,000 homesick Okies since I've been here since 8 o'clock.
So you just watched Leon McAuliffe playing Steel Guitar Rag, a very famous steel guitar song, and any steel guitar player should know how to play it. And fortunately, we have that video so we can see how Leon did it, which I think is always fun rather than just make up your own version. It's nice. You can do that later, but it's nice to know how he did it. And so he's using an open E tuning, and there's really only 4 strings. So we have them all on our E9 guitar. We have an extra string between the low E and then the G sharp, B, and the E strings. So we have to avoid this one. That's the F sharp. So it all occurs on 4 strings, and so we'll break it down. I'm going to slow the tempo down so there's time to hear it, and we'll go through the various parts. So before we start, I just wanted to say I'm going to use this Stevens bar. I don't know what he was using. You couldn't see a big bar in his hand, so he might have been using the Stevens bar. Stevens bar is, it's got a place for your finger on top, and you can grab the sides of it. And if you're doing a lot of pull-offs and hammer-ons and things like he was doing, I think it might make it easier than dealing with the big heavy bar. The other thing is I've got my right hand here pretty close to the 12th fret because I want you to be able to see it. Normally I wouldn't put it there. I'd be playing it a little further over. But I just want to put it so you can see it and still have a fairly good close-up of what's happening here. All right, so we're going to play a little bit of the song slowed down and then break it down. Okay, so the little intro is real slow slide from 11 to 12, 4, 5, and 6, strings 4, 5, and 6. And the first note is on the 5th string, then hit it again, and then hammer on, then the 4th string, and the 4th string at the 2nd fret. So that part is, and there's a little bit of back and forth on that. And then the 3rd time, and then a wiggle of the bar, and then a pull off, then hit the 5th string, that's a pull off, 6th string, 8th string, and then it's 8, 6, 5, 4. Okay, let's go on to the next section. It's a lot of similar stuff, but we'll just listen. Alright, so it starts out the same. That's a little slide between the 2nd and the 3rd. So we're up at the 7th fret there on the 4th string. So that's just a little slide up. That's all the same. Okay, well, we're going to head into the second part. There's 3 parts to this thing. We'll head into the second part here. Okay, so we're going to go to the, it's going to the 8th chord, so we're going to go to the 5th fret. So that's just a slide on 5 and 6. Then hit the 4th string. Back to the 4th string. So that's just a pull off. Actually, I think you pick it. Go to the 2nd fret for that F sharp chord. That's just a roll. And then up to the 7th fret. That's just 5 rolls, 5 forward rolls in a row. And back to the well, we're not quite there yet on the audio, so let's start that out. So then so it's pretty much the same after you get to that B7th part where you have the 5 forward rolls, then you go that's just like we did before. Then it starts on the F sharp. It starts on the 4th string. That's just the 4th string at the 7th fret, and then 4, 5, and 6. Notice the timing on that. It doesn't occur right on the 1. And that's the end of part 2. All right, so let's do part 3. Let's listen first. right, so we're up here at the 12th fret. So you're sliding up on the 6th string from the 11th to the 12th. And then do it again. Then you go back to that for that B7th chord at the 7th fret. And then you go back. So you're going to the 5th fret for that A chord part. And then at the end, so you're hitting the 5th string at the 5th fret, then the 4th, slide back one fret, a half a tone, and then slide on 4 and 5, slide from the 6th to the 7th. And then 4, 5, and 6 at the 12th, and again you don't hit that right on the 1. You hit it on the 2 or the 3, and that's it. That's pretty much it. And I've got a couple recordings. The original one at 36 and the one that's on that video. There's very, very little difference. He seems to play it almost identical. All right, so that should get you started on steel guitar rag. And so I'll put some tab up on my website. Should be able to go from there, and then you can play it the next time through. You can play it your way using the pedals or however.